Yes, it is. Oh, yeah.
Call the meeting to order with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we pray that your teachings will guide us in the meeting and in our lives. Lord, please look after those who have fallen in the defense of our country. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call.
Matt Zack,
Here.
Tom Bergamini,
In attendance.
Carter Dickerson,
Here.
Christy Arlinghouse, Mike Darty, Bob Mueller.
Here.
Okay. Next item is approval of minutes, September 16th, 2018 council meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the September 10th, 2018 council meeting.
Bob's made a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Carter, second.
Matt Zack,
Yes.
Tom Bergamini,
Yes.
Carter Dickerson,
Yes.
Bob Mueller.
Yes.
Okay. No fire authority. Finance report, Matt.
From a finance report perspective, I did receive the first 3-month financial report today from April. Thanks to the holiday, I was not in the office, so I don't have a formal report to pass out. So I'll do that at the caucus meeting. However, I did have the opportunity to review the numbers. I'll just give you some highlights. Revenues for the 3 months, July, August, September, of this year are actually down a little bit from the revenues of the same 3 months last year, mostly in property taxes, again, as those come in from the bills. So we're about $485,000 versus about $547,000. So we're down about 11%, but again, I don't think there's any reason to be alarmed. The tax bills went out and they're not due until the end of
1031.
10/30, in October. From an expense standpoint, administrative expenses are pretty flat. I mean, it's about 1% actually down year over year. Public Works is where we do see kind of the biggest spike in expenses. So we're about 217 year to date versus about 150. The 3 big items that are adding to the Public Works expenses are higher payroll. There's some equipment that got purchased, and then the expenses for the park bathroom are coming through, which we obviously didn't have those in the prior year. Safety services is down significantly due to the savings on the police contract. We're about 272 year to date this year versus last year about 435. So we're down about 38% year over year thanks to the savings on the safety services side. So total expenses we're actually down about 655,000 versus 755. So we're down about 13% overall expenses. So revenues down by 11%, expenses down by about 13%. Overall, our net income, we're showing actually a negative 169, but that's better than last year, which was a negative 208. So we've seen an improvement of about 18%. So all told, hard to put a whole lot of faith in 3 months worth of numbers, especially when we don't have the property taxes coming in. But rest assured, things are kind of flowing the way that we expect them to flow.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. Police report.
Yes, guys. I thought he didn't like my report. I thought he was charging the stand. I'm like, what was wrong with my report?
If you guys have a copy of the report, the police report, if you guys note on here, the first thing I want to kind of point out is it has a grand total of 582 calls. Just an FYI, the CAD system is slowly coming back for us. This equates to about half of the calls, to be quite honest with you. So this is the number that comes from dispatch, where we pull these numbers from. The information that we were receiving from Mr. Leonard out there is basically those 3 to 4 weeks of that time span. Those calls are pretty much, I don't want to say gone, but they're very difficult to extract back out. The only way that they're going to do that is if they get basically a court order to go and extract those calls out. As they said, it's about a 4 to 5 day process to actually drill down, get to that individual call, extract it out, because all those files became corrupted. So if you actually go in and try to recall it, it will corrupt the existing files that are in. So it's kind of an ongoing process with that. So when you look at these reports, it shows that we have like a total of 117 traffic stops where our courtesy notices and citations will tell you different, that we're closer to the 250 range. So it's about half as it stands right now. So, but we had another very productive month. Several drug arrests, DUI arrests, courtesy notices and citations. These are accurate on the maps where the courtesy notices are and the citations are. Those numbers are pulled from KYOPS, and it's not the CAD system. So when you're reviewing this report and the other reports as such, collision reports, those are pulled off of the actual state portal. So not the Kenton County CAD design. So just so when you guys review that. The couple of things that I have is that we had Music Fest, and we felt like that was a good turnout. Had a great showing. Felt like we provided a great service and had a great time. I know all the guys that went there and everything like that. It was a great cooperation between the cities and Public Works. I couldn't thank you guys enough for everything that you guys did. I know April will probably go into more a little bit about that and everything, but the signage and having the light up there for us for that crosswalk, I think it made it a lot safer for everybody, and that's something that we'll probably try to do on our large events like that, is to have that lighting system to protect the people coming across the crosswalk and everything like that.
Just out of curiosity, were there any incidents from the music festival?
The only incident we had was, as far as traffic-wise safety,
Yeah,
no.
or, yeah, right.
We had one report of a theft from the women's bathroom. It was not a theft. She, God bless her, very much enjoyed herself. Enjoyed the beer booth and the beer garden, obviously, and it was found. And
good.
So,
She left her purse in there, didn't she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she came over, and the story that I'll tell her is she said her cell phone was in there, so I'm getting her information. And I said, okay, what number can I contact you at with all this information? She goes, and as she's walking away, she goes, my cell number, I gave it to you. It's the best number to reach me. And she walks away. Okay, man, hold on. That I don't have, so all right. But that was the command I had worked out well for us to be able to store our.
Yeah, that was a nice truck. I think it
finances,
was
I'll put it
huge.
that way. But I think we might decide to move it next year so that we can actually put the camera all the way up and view over a little bit more and everything like that. So, but that worked out really well for us. The last bit of information I have is next Friday, not this Friday, but the next Friday, our two that are in the academy graduate.
Oh, that's
So
All right.
they will be out, and they start the following Sunday, starting their FTO program.
Right.
So we're looking forward to them getting out, getting on the road. So
Good.
if you guys have any questions, let me know.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, Public Works, Dewey.
Just have a couple of things. We have our normal maintenance through the month, potholes, cleaning the drains, cutting the grass. They've got the floorboard up in the park for the bathrooms. They've got the walls just about done. We'll be putting the trusses up and the roof on it here shortly, I hope, within the next week, and try to get that finished up there. And then Rieger was up here paving Hazelwood, the end of Terry, Ritchie, and parts of High Street. So hopefully they'll be done here maybe tomorrow. I gotta go up there and check everything. Trying to get finished and make it a little bit nicer up there.
I drove on High Street, it looked real nice.
Yeah, oh yeah, it needed it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Thanks, Dewey. Okay, April, events, recreation.
Music Fest was September 29th. The attendance was up last year. Every year that we've had this, the attendance has gone up. There were a lot of people scattered throughout the park. I mean, even the playground was completely packed with lots of kids this year, which was good to see. We had more volunteers. We had more than enough volunteers this year. We had Rainbow Childcare, Beechwood Elementary Cross Country, the Hartfield family and some of their friends, the Holy Name Society, and the police and fire departments. Really appreciate the help from everyone. Due to the selection of bands, the shuttle services, the event was about $10,000 more than last year. But as I have it right now, the cost to each city is going to be somewhere between maybe $3,200 to $4,000, which is not bad considering the cost of the event and all the services that we had included with it, the shuttle service, the selection of the bands. I do want to thank Sergeant Hall for his suggestion of the light, which was used at the intersection up there. I think that the drivers, it really helped out. There were cones, signage. The officers were giving direction on where people could park. It definitely lit the area up and made it safer. Halloween in the park is going to be October 20th at 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 a.m. We're gonna have trick or treat along the trails this year again. This year we're gonna change it up and use the costume contest as the best dressed dog contest. So we're gonna do it for dogs. See how that
You're
works
gonna make all
out.
the cat people angry.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your way of putting
And I'm
it.
okay with that.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, thanks, April. Okay, next item, any old business?
I have two small items. The first is the marshal deeds. The deed has been executed. The only item, it has not been recorded, the only item that I think remains before it's recorded is confirmation that the county tax bill is paid. The city tax bill has been paid. Kind of leads me to believe the county tax bill will be paid, but they just came out and I'm not sure if they have paid it. And I'll follow up on that this week. The other item is the sale of the right-of-way to Eddie Kern at the corner of Ritchie and Terry. The Board of Adjustment approved his appeal, but there is a condition to that approval, and that is that there has to be a subsequent agreement with the city that was to be drafted by his counsel, who's a fine lawyer named Dave Wallace. I've spoken with Mr. Wallace. I haven't gotten the agreement yet. I've got to call into him today. So I hopefully will have that in the next few days. Everything else I think is just waiting for the execution of the deed. I've just been waiting for that agreement. And the city to be paid, and get the deed to be executed. That's all I have.
All right, thanks, Mike. Next item is new business. Any new business? The next finance meeting is October 17th. Caucus is the 22nd, and the city trick or treat is it the 20th or 31st?
The trick or treat is 10/31 on
Oh.
Halloween,
Oh,
And what are the hours for that?
6 to 9.
6 to 9 or 6 to 8?
Oh,
Well, I
question.
asked.
What's it usually
Usually
done?
6 to 8.
I think
6 to 8.
I think.
oh, so it's at night.
That,
My
yeah,
kids
that
only
would be
need
the
more
city's
candy.
trick or treat. Trick or treat in
Oh,
the
I
park,
didn't
I
see
didn't
the
put
city.
on there.
Okay,
The,
okay.
yeah,
I got it.
Halloween in the park.
is the
Okay.
20th.
The
Trick or
20th.
treat. is
Yeah,
actually
that's why I was asking.
Sorry.
I heard the 20th.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's all I have. Sir, did you want to address council?
I'm just a write-in vote for this coming year.
Oh, you're the write-in gentleman,
Yes, Patrick Hackett.
Hackett?
Yes,
Yeah, welcome.
thank you.
Okay. There's no further business. I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Matt's made a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Carter, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned.